Hi, Revati. Think we're finally live. Guess you're on mute. Okay. So, hi everyone. Thanks for joining. We have Revati Khattar with us, who is going to celebrate Yoga Day with us today. I'm Alison. I'm from Team Cluke, and Revati Khattar here. I would like to give a brief information about Revati before we get started to our yoga celebration already. Revati here is a dancer, a choreographer, a teacher, a movement artist, and a certified yoga trainer. So every bit of quality from here to learn from Revati today. However, since we're celebrating Yoga Day, we are going to be copying Revati and learning some asanas, some asanas, and especially Surya Namaskars to celebrate and kickstart our yoga session. To all of you guys who've just joined our Clue Live session without any prior notice, me and Revati is going to have a bit of a quick chit chat talk for you guys to actually set up your place. We're going to have a yoga session for 30 to 40 minutes. You can take this 5 minutes to set up. Just take a comfortable spot in and around your house. Since we cannot really see you, you're free to do whatever you like, even if you don't catch the poses right. I think that's okay. That can be for another of Revati's classes. So I think I spoke enough. Revati, would you like to say anything what I missed about in introducing you?
Uh, I just so I'm a dancer also and a yoga trainer also. So I think you don't have to be if you're entering the session for the first time, you're doing yoga for the first time, or you have been doing it before, or however. It's totally okay to be in your like push yourself, but be comfortable with whatever you feel like doing. And definitely, I'm here to take you through it. But if you want to kind of like listen to your body more, I'd say listen to your body more, how it's driving you. And talking about my self, I've been doing yoga. I've been teaching yoga since about a year, and but I've been teaching dance since a lot of more years. So I think they're kind of very correlated also in terms of movement. And yeah, that's about it.
Okay, so quickly for everybody to know, after our introduction, Revati is going to take the stage or the screen, I should say. So to begin with her yoga, and you guys, if you have any questions during the session or even after the session, we're going to have a Q&A session where you can actually type to Revati any of your concern or queries regarding yoga, and she will be here to answer them. So just in case if there are multiple questions, we might just take the one that is being asked once and answer you guys. So feel free to just comment down, and we will answer your question in the Q&A session. Okay, I think the stage is yours.
Thank you, Alison. Thank you so much. Okay, so what we'll do is I'll just take you through the class once in a way that we'll divide the class in three parts. The first part would be warm up and Surya Namaskars. Then we'll kind of work our whole body through. And in the last phase, we'll do inverted, twisted poses and a little bit of relaxation. So before starting, I'd just like to tell you, I'll just like to wish you happy International Yoga Day. And then I'd like you to think about a word, one word for the class. So it could be something like depth, warmth, connection, focus, positivity, any word that you want, like gratitude, any word that you want. Just pick a word and keep it in your mind. You don't have to say it to anyone, you don't have to do anything with it. You just have to keep it in your mind. And through all the postures, when you're working through, kind of try to bring that into the class, like into the whole flow. So let's say you selected depth. So like every pose, you're going more into the depth of it. So any word that you feel you want to select for your day to kind of lift up your day or that you need for your day, pick that word up. Yeah, pick that word up. So I just say you just need to have like a small you just need to have like a space where like you have your mat and that's about it. You don't need a lot of space. You just need space like a mat. We'll start with a small warm up. Yeah, we'll start with a small warm up because I don't know what spaces you guys might be coming in from different spaces. So just Come in here into this space and take like few seconds to phase in and forget about everything else that's happening around you. Kind of be here in this moment. So take a second or two to just like take few deep breaths, and bring yourself into this space together with me. And from there, bring your hands on your shoulders and roll your shoulders back. Roll your shoulders and back and back, and rolling them forward and forward and forward and forward. From there, take a deep breath in and stretch your arms up, your body up, and you're coming onto your toes, and you're feeling a full, complete stretch in your body. A complete stretch. Tadasana, a full stretch in your body, balance. It will help you bring stability. And we take a deep breath out to go forward into Uttanasana. So our spine is still straight. We are reaching out of our spine. We are reaching out of our spine, and our legs are extended. Our legs are extended, and we are going to go as low as possible, but through lengthening. So we are trying to bring our stomach closer to our thighs, closer to our thighs. From there, we put our hands on our hips and we come up. And from there, we take few neck rolls. So on one side, two at your own pace. And when one side is done, you can move on to the other side. Keep thinking about that word we thought about in the starting of the class. Keep thinking about that word. And take a deep breath in again to go into Tadasana. And stretch up and exhale, going into Uttanasana. Feeling a good stretch there, and hands on your hips and coming up. Last time, we just take our right hand, we stretch our neck towards the right side, softly just getting into the zone, and towards the left side. And from there, taking a deep breath in, exhale to go into Uttanasana. Stretching, feeling a really good stretch behind your legs, behind your knees, and from there, hands on your hips, and we come up. We take a deep breath in, we open our legs, we take our right hand up, inhale, and we exhale to stretch towards the left side. We'll be feeling a very good stretch on the right side, on the right side, and stay there. But when I say stay, try and constantly keep extending, keep reaching out. And we take a deep breath in to come, and we exhale to twist towards the left side, twist towards the left side. So the right leg is extended, right leg is extended, and we are going into a high lunge. It's a high lunge. So you're working your hip flexors, rotators, and you're pushing down, and your hips are closed. Hips are closed, both facing towards the left side. We take a deep breath in, and we exhale to stretch our left leg and go forward. Again, spine is lengthening. If you want to close, you can close your back leg a little. You're still extending and reaching out from your spine and going forward and feeling a good stretch behind your left leg. Good stretch behind your left leg. From there, we take a deep breath in and come up and exhale to come center. Other side, inhale. Left hand goes up, exhale, it reaches out, out and side. And inhale, exhale to go towards the right side into a high lunge again. So back leg is extended, reaching out with your heel, really working those hip flexors and feeling a good stretch in your psoas muscles. And inhale, exhale to stretch up. So the right knee extends and stretches, and your stomach is trying to go as closer to your right thigh as possible. You're still lengthening with your spine, still lengthening. And we inhale to come up, exhale to come center. Let's do this whole set once again. Inhale. Exhale to reach towards the left side. Inhale. Exhale to go into a nice high lunge towards the left side. Right leg extended, left leg bent 90 degrees. Inhale. Exhale to stretch. And inhale to come up. Exhale to come center. Other side. Inhale. Exhale to go side. Inhale. Exhale into high lunge. And inhale. Exhale to stretch up. Inhale. Coming up and exhale center. From there, bring your left leg towards the right leg, or you can go the other side also and come at the edge of your mat, toes together, heels a little apart, arms on the side, palms open, shoulders relaxed. Close your eyes and just relax for a few seconds. And try and just observe your body. Does it feel more stable? Try and notice if the right side of your body is equally balanced as the left side. If your right leg is equally balanced as the left leg. Do you feel centered? Just take two few deep breaths to notice your body. We are just starting the class. So just before we start the Surya Namaskar, I want you to notice your body and then we'll kind of feel the difference again after that. Just notice it. Slowly open your eyes. Slowly open your eyes. We'll do 3 rounds of Surya Namaskar. That is 6 Surya Namaskar. Yeah. And we'll notice our body again after that. So take a deep breath in to take your arms up. Exhale to go down into Tanasana. Inhale to take your right leg back into low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Exhale to go into high plank. Inhale and exhale to put your 8 limbs down on the floor. So your bum is off the floor. And take a deep breath in to go into cobra stretch, squeezing your bum, still tight legs. Legs are not dead, but they are kind of active. From the exhale to go into downward facing dog. And we go inhale to bring our right leg forward. So we started with right leg and that's why we bring right leg forward. Exhale to bring the left leg towards the right leg. Left leg towards the right leg. Lengthening your spine, really reaching out. Inhale to come up. Exhale to come back center. And once again, inhale to kind of take your upper torso a little back, squeezing your bum yet lengthening out. Exhale. Inhale, left leg back this time into Anjaneyasana. So you're pushing your hips down and lower. Exhale to go into a high plank. Really strong arms and core. Inhale and exhale to put your 8 limbs on the floor. And inhale to go into cobra stretch. Feeling a good stretch in your stomach. Exhale to go into downward facing dog. Actually mountain pose. The feet together in this. Inhale to bring your left leg forward, this time back into a low lunge. Exhale to bring right leg towards the left leg. Inhale to come up. Exhale, center. So we did 1 round. We'll do 2 more rounds. We'll do 2 more rounds a little faster, yeah? A little faster. Inhale. Exhale down. Inhale, low lunge, right leg back. Exhale, high plank, left leg back. Inhale and exhale to put 8 limbs on the floor. Inhale, cobra stretch. Exhale into mountain pose. Inhale, right leg forward, low lunge. Exhale, left leg towards right leg. Inhale up. left side. Inhale, exhale. Every time you're doing it, try and push yourself a little more. Inhale, left leg back. Try and get yourself a little lower, a little stronger. Inhale and exhale to put 8 limbs down together. Inhale, exhale, opening your shoulders out, out and down. Inhale, left leg forward. Exhale, right leg forward. Inhale, exhale. Last round, really think about that word we thought about in the starting of the class. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale into high plank. Inhale and exhale into chaturanga. Inhale, cobra stretch. Exhale into mountain pose. Right leg coming forward. Inhale. Exhale, left leg towards right leg. Inhale up. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Go deeper into it. Really deep. Exhale. This time. Inhale, left leg back. Go deeper into each posture. Exhale. Inhale and exhale to put 8 limbs on the floor. Inhale to stretch into cobra stretch. Exhale to go into mountain pose. And we started with left leg. So left leg comes forward into a low lunge. And right leg comes towards left leg. Inhale. Exhale, center. Again, come into Tadasana, arms on the side, open palms, and just try and kind of notice if your body feels a little different after these set of Surya Namaskar. Do you feel more balanced? Are your shoulders more relaxed? Is your neck becoming stiff or you're actually relaxing it? Are you feeling more lifted up? And slowly open your eyes and we can come closer to the camera for a second. I hope you guys feel warmed up already. You guys feel warmed up. So this was the first part of our class where we actually did a bit of warm up. We went into Surya Namaskars. I feel Surya Namaskars are so important and they kind of work the whole body. So there are these 12 postures which actually focus on everything and it's made in such a molding way that it kind of really works your whole body. So even if you do a certain number of Surya Namaskars every day, you know that you have kind of covered each part. And it's really about focusing on your breath also, focusing on your breath a lot. Yeah. So what I was thinking about was also that we can make like this posture of our class, which we can do. We'll kind of do it towards the end of the class. So you can keep thinking about it till that time. So I'd say any namaste stretch. So I'll keep mentioning after every break what kind of namaste stretches we have done. You could call, you could say this one also as one of the namaste stretches. Or even somewhere here, if we went into a side stretch, we could go into a namaste pose rather than like a hand here. We could go here. So any namaste stretch, just keep those in mind. I'm just kind of filling you it within already. So that kind of towards the end of it, all of us have our favorite namaste stretch. All of us have our favorite namaste stretch. Yeah. So now that you all feel warmed up, what we'll do is we'll go into a more full different asanas, and focusing on different postures. Yeah. So which will kind of, we'll start from the top and move towards the lower part of the body. So we'll kind of start from the top and move towards the lower part of the body. Yeah. So we'll start with chair pose, Utkatasana. Yeah. So I'd say feet together, feet joined together. Yeah. And you take a deep breath in and you exhale to bend your knees. So your knees are over your toes. You have to focus on keeping your knees over your toes and you have to try and go as low as possible. as low as possible. And your spine is not bending, your spine is still lengthening out and straight. It's really going to work the lower part of your body. Yeah, your ankles are working, your calves are working, your thighs are also squeezing in. Yeah. From there, I want you to inhale, open your left leg out, and exhale, or whichever leg you want. You just need to come into this posture. And you come into a very good, deep, open place. So kind of rotating your thighs out, knees still stay over your toes, knees still stay, and we're trying to go as low as possible. From there, we inhale and we exhale to bring any leg, try and bring left leg closer, and we kind of go down into Malasana. So what we are doing is we are pushing our thighs out with our elbows. We are pushing our thighs out with our elbows. Our palms are joined together. Another namaste stretch if you want to think about it. So our palms are joined together. Yeah, they are pressing each other and we are kind of making a resistance. So our legs are pushing in, but we are pushing them out. That's how we are kind of creating a furthermore stretch for ourselves. So our spine is still lengthening. We are really working, those hip rotators are strengthening in this. Our ankles are getting strengthened. Our spine is also stretching if you realize. And really stretch all of that out. Once again, we'll do the whole stretch. So going inhale, exhale into chair pose. Inhale, exhale, opening it all up. Inhale, exhale, going into Malasana. Again, resistance, really working on that resistance and lengthening of that spine, not sinking in, not giving into the gravity. Inhale, exhale to go into chair pose. It's all about that breath. And that word, are you still thinking about that word? Inhale, exhale to go deeper into that word that you have thought about in the starting of that class. Your word for the day, your word for International Yoga Day with Klug. Inhale, exhale to go into nice Malasana. And that resistance, work on that resistance, still working on that resistance. And from there, inhale to come up, opening our legs, and exhale. What we do is we interlock our fingers, yeah, here, yeah, from back. So we take a deep breath in to interlock them and stretch them out. And we exhale to go flat back forward. So our legs are wide open, our knees are straight, and our back is kind of 90 degrees and flat. And our arms are trying to come as up as possible. So we are really working those muscles in between the shoulder blades and the spine. So that is really going to get a good stretch over here. A really good stretch. And you're kind of going to strengthen those muscles. From there, we inhale to unlock our arms, and we exhale to go further down towards the floor. So we are trying to push our stomach closer towards our thighs. Yet again, I'd say lengthening that spine, lengthening that spine, lengthening that spine. From there, we take our left arm towards our right leg, left arm towards our right leg, and our right arm goes up. So this is a variation of Trikonasana. Our right hand goes up. So try and get your right and left hand in one single line and try and look at your right hand if you want. If you want to keep looking down, you can. If you feel that you can look at your right hand, look towards your right hand and reach up. From there comes center and we go towards the other side. So right hand goes towards the left leg, left hand reaches up and we are trying to look at our left hand. Feeling a very good stretch behind our legs and our body is kind of really stretching out and we come down. We inhale to interlock our fingers and come up and we exhale to go back into the same stretch where we are in the flat back. And the arms are trying to come as forward as possible. So don't relax them back. Otherwise, you won't feel those muscles between the shoulder blades and spine. And inhale. Exhale to go lower. Inhale to go towards the left side and reach up. Exhale to come down. Inhale to go other side. So left hand up, looking at the left hand. And exhale to come center. Let's do this the last time. Inhale to interlock your fingers and stretch up. And exhale to come into good, nice flat back, pushing your arms forward. Inhale to leave them, exhale to go down on the floor. And inhale to go up towards the right hand. Exhale to come center. And the other side. And come center. From there, what I want you to do is, I want you to go into a nice high plank position. Nice high plank position. So a high plank really works your arms and your core. I think that is like we all feel it immediately when we get here. This is one of the posture where I don't need to say, you're just like, yeah, my arms are getting worked, my core is getting worked, which is good. So like stay there. So your legs reaching out with your heels, really lengthening your body, really lengthening your body. From here, what we are going to do is we are going to go into a downward facing dog. So we push our hips towards the ceiling. We push our hips towards the ceiling to come into a nice downward facing dog. So pushing the heels on the floor, pushing our palms, our fingers opened up and nicely pushing into the floor. Yeah, our stomach pushing closer towards our thighs, our shoulder blades opening out, rotating out. So, and you're not sinking in, you're still reaching out, and your spine is still lengthening. Your stomach is pushing as close to the thighs as possible. One of the very known poses in yoga because it kind of works our ankles, the back of our legs, the whole calf, the spine, our stomach. It's basically really working our whole body. So if you do this really well, it is really beneficial. Downward facing dog. Yeah. And from here, I want you to lift your heels off, slowly come forward, and we're going into an upward facing dog. So our head is moving forward, forward, forward. From this plank position, we are kind of pushing our bum down and going into an upward facing dog. So, and now we are untucking our toes. The difference between a cobra and an upward facing dog is an upward facing dog, we don't keep the lower part of our legs on the floor. But if you're more comfortable with that, I'd say go with that. If you want to stay off the floor, you can stay off the floor. Yeah, so but still in both, squeezing your bum, shoulders not sinking in, lengthening that neck out, pushing your shoulders down. Yeah, not crunching your back. So you don't have to crunch your back for this. You have to kind of lengthen it more. And from there, we again go into now nice downward facing dog to come back into high plank. This time instead of high plank, we'll go into a low plank. So elbows on the floor. Again, I'm really making you work that core and those arms. I know that. Well, let's go. And so into a nice plank position, squeezing your bum, reaching out with your heels, and we'll kind of stay there for 4 deep breaths. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last time. From there, don't drop, and try and get your arms up and back into that nice downward facing dog. Now, this time we can try and kind of switch our legs to a right and a left and a right and a left and a right and a left and a right and a left. Nice, nice. From there, going into that upward facing dog or cobra stretch, moving through your body, moving through your spine, and feeling a really good stretch in your stomach. And going into a downward facing dog to go into plank again. So if you want, you can stay in this nice high plank. Or if you want to kind of challenge yourself a little more, you can move your arms a little out and go into a star position. Go into a star position. So you're into a star plank. Your arms are kind of further away from your shoulders, but they're straight arms. So if you want, you can completely stay in a high plank. You can stay there. If you want, you can go into a star plank. Exhale. And from there, you come back here, and we go into a downward facing dog for the last time. I'm going to add a bit variation over here. kind of raising a notch higher. If you want, you can completely stay here and just stretch it out. But if you want to try it, what we'll do is we'll try and lift the right leg up, pointing our toes, reaching out, and we'll bring it in towards our nose. So the right knee is coming as close to the nose. We'll go back up again, and now we are bringing it outside our elbow. Outside our elbow. Once again, right leg goes up, and this time towards the right elbow. Towards the right elbow. And we go back into the downward facing dog. Left leg this time. Brushing that left leg through the floor and stretching it slowly up as you can. And then we get it towards your nose, bringing that knee in towards your nose. And up and outside your left elbow, outside your left elbow. And up and towards the elbow and into the downward facing dog. Let's do it once again. Now that you guys are in the flow of it, let's go once again. If you want to stay in the downward facing dog, you can completely stay there. And in. And inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Into the downward facing dog. Left leg. Inhale. Exhale towards the nose. Inhale. Exhale out. Inhale. Exhale towards the elbow. And back into that downward facing dog. And last time going into an upward facing dog. Well, let's go into a cobra stretch this time. Relax those legs down and just feel that stretch. Just feel that good stretch. And from there, push that bum up into a nice child's pose and relax. Sit and take few deep breaths to get yourself back. And focus on your breath. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Again, we can join our palms over here and stretch in this position to make another namaste stretch. Just giving you a lot of ideas for that namaste stretch. I'm going to make you do that later, that's why. And from there, we come into a tabletop position, a nice tabletop position. So a tabletop position actually looks like a table. Yoga actually uses a lot of things from around our surroundings. And that's why the names are also like that. So your arms are straight, your elbows are straight, yeah, your weight is equally divided, your arms are right under your shoulders, yeah, and we are going to do a cat-cow stretch. So we take a deep breath in to concave our back and looking up. We exhale to bring our chin towards our chest and slowly rounding our back as much as possible. This will really build flexibility in your spine and your neck. And inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Few more times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Towards the right side. So kind of look at your right hip with your eyes and turn your neck towards the left side to look towards the left side. Really, like, feeling a very good stretch. It's actually good for digestion also. And right side. And left side. And come back center. Come back center. Again, dividing the weight equally, distributing your weight equally. From there, what we are going to do is we are going to do leg raises, side leg raises. So, lifting your left leg first, yeah, left leg. So, weight still stays in the center. Don't drop your body towards the side. You're just lifting this leg off, still keeping all the weight there. So, 10 of these. And 9. Everything else stays stable. Everything else stays stable. Don't bend anything else. And 5. And down. And 4. and try to get as high as possible. And two, and down, and one. Other side, and 10, and down, and 9, and down, and 8, and down, and 7, and down, 6, and down, 5, and down, 4, and down, 3, and down, 2, and down, 1. 5 more, left side, 5, I promise last, 4, and down, 3, and down, promise last round, and last one, and right side, last 5, go, 5. If you feel that's not happening, you can completely stay in the tabletop position and do the cat cow stretch. And last one, and from here, I want you to kind of come closer if you want. Sit in Vajrasan, a comfortably seated position. So what I'll tell you is I'll suggest you just watch me do this posture first and how to get out of it so that you don't get stuck in it. And I know that, you kind of know how to get out of it. So it's known as hero pose. Hero pose, it will really stretch the front of your legs, yeah? Here. So just watch it once. So we are sitting in Vajrasan, and what we do is, if you want, you can keep like a blanket over here or a pillow if you feel too stiff, but just watch it once. So we are just walking back. We are just walking back, yeah, here, and we lie down here. If you want, you can keep a blanket over here. What we do now is how to get out of this posture is just what I want to show you before you get into it. Yeah. We drop ourselves towards one side. Yeah. Let's say we drop ourselves towards the right side. Our legs tuck out of the other side. They'll easily get tucked out. And then you can sit up however you want. Yeah. Once you reach there, you just kind of feel that, oh my God, I'm stuck. How to get out of it? Where did she get me? So I promise that I've showed you how to get out of it. Yeah. So let's go. So we sit in Vajrasana, a comfortable seated position. And from here we slowly walk back. We slowly walk back, slowly walk back and kind of lie down. And take few deep breaths here. Feel that good stretch in the front of your thighs. It's just like the full body stretching. This is like um, a stretchy posture, very good for the front of your legs and thighs. And relax your arms on the side. If you want to close your eyes, you can close your eyes. Focus on your breath. Take few deep breaths. And from there, I want you to take one arm up, drop towards one side, untuck your legs, and this time I want you to open your legs. Open your legs. So really open your legs. Open them up. Upavistha Kon Asana. Open your legs up. So you're sitting with open legs. If your legs are here, anywhere, it's completely fine. It doesn't have to be like they have to be really open. You just need to be in a wide ankle seated position. You just need to be in this position. From there, inhale and exhale to go forward. So you can completely be here. Yeah, you can be here if this is where you're feeling the stretch. But I'll say try and push yourself. Try and push yourself, whatever is your best. Your thighs are still rolling out. Your thighs are rolling out. Thighs are really rolling out. You're lengthening your spine. You're lengthening your spine. Really nice and juicy lengthening of spine. Really nice and juicy lengthening of spine. Again, if I join my palms over here, this could be a nice, good namaste stretch for me, or for us, or for you. And still rolling your thighs out, rolling your thighs out, lengthening with your spine. You can completely stay here. That is also really nice stretch position. But I'd say try and push yourself, know your body, but do push yourself. And after all, it's International Yoga Day. And from here, we come up and we close our legs. If you want to hold your legs with your hands to close them, go ahead with that. Now we'll be going into Navasana. So from here, I just want you to lift your legs and you're kind of in this tight, good position, really working your core, lengthening your spine and arms on the side. This is known as Navasana. So your legs and your body are in an equal angle. If one is little lower, one is higher, that won't happen. So kind of even if you're here, you're here, you're here, you're here, wherever you are, keep them at an equal angle. And we'll stay here for a few breaths, working your core, pushing your stomach as closer to your spine as possible. And lengthening your spine, lengthening your neck, lengthening that spine, lengthening that neck, and staying there for 10 more counts. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and stretch. And you can take a few seconds breath if you want. Catch your breath. Catch your breath. I hope you're kind of worked up, like your full body's kind of feeling worked up. Yeah. And each muscle is kind of feeling more stretched. You're feeling more focused. The word that you thought about, the word that you thought about is kind of soaking in deeper, and you're trying to like, there are so many things that we always have on our mind, right? These days, this worry, this is going on. That. I hope like that is trying to like all of that has washed off a little, and you're kind of feeling a little more relaxed, stretched, and worked in the sense like the body is feeling good and juicy. Yeah. So what we are going to do next is, um, okay, I'll be taking questions towards the end also, yeah. So what we'll do next right now is, I hope you guys are kind of going with the flow. If you're feeling there are few things that you can't do, or what is this is not happening. So I'll say choose the easier version and just go with the easier beginner version. You don't have to be at a particular level. You know, it's for yourself. This is completely for yourself. So you can be wherever, like you can be at whatever level. This is not a competition that is going on. It's just like we are pushing ourselves to our best. Yeah. So what we are going to do, the last section, we are going to do inverted and twisted poses, and then like a small relaxation. I know all of you are kind of waiting for that relaxation bit also. Yeah. But before we get into that relaxation bit, let's do some good inverted and twisted poses so that our body is kind of now stretched. Now we'll be able to go with it. Yeah. Let's go. So we can come back to our mats. We can come back to our mats. Yeah. So what we are going to do is we are going to lie down on our back, lie down on our back. Knees are bent. We are in this good base position. Knees are facing the ceiling. Our legs are hip distance apart. Our palms are on the side. Our palms are on the side. Yeah. And we are pushing our stomach towards the floor. So our spine, not spine, our spine is kind of flat on the floor. Yeah. It's flat on the floor. And from there, we are rolling our pelvis up. We are rolling our pelvis up towards the ceiling into a nice bridge pose. Again, lot of things are kind of in yoga based from our surroundings. So the names are also like that. So we push our stomach towards the ceiling. From here, if you want to, if you don't want to, you can completely stay here. We are pushing our pelvis towards the ceiling, not letting that pelvis drop. We lift our right leg off the floor and extend it up. We lift our right leg off the floor, extend it up. We flex our foot. From there, we slowly roll back down onto a mat, back flat onto the floor. From there, reaching from the back of our legs to our heels, we reach out. We point that foot. From there, we go into a nice twisted position. So our left leg, left toe goes towards the right knee. Our right hand holds our left knee, and we twist. We twist towards the right side, but our head looking towards the left side. I know I have said a lot of right, left, but just if you go with the flow, listen to it, it will happen naturally. Our left shoulder still pushing down onto the floor, left shoulder pushing down onto the floor, and feeling a nice good twist, like a very good twist. And from there, we release, we release. And what we do is now we extend this left leg, which was already bent, and we can bend our right leg if we want. We flex this leg and we kind of pull this leg closer towards ourselves. Pull this leg closer towards ourselves to feel like a really good stretch behind your leg. So breathe in, exhale to pull it closer, as close as possible. So you can get it as close as possible. So feel that good stretch behind your leg, really good stretch. If there's someone next to you, you want their help to push them, you can. Otherwise, you can just pull it in towards yourself. And we release and we come back into the space position. This was one side, guys. We'll go on to the other side. So rolling up, rolling our spine up, 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 pelvis, pushing towards the floor into a nice bridge position. Nice bridge position. Squeezing our bum, squeezing our bum. And from there, we lift the left leg up. Only if we want. If we don't, we can completely stay there. We flex our foot and we slowly come down from the bridge. We reach out with our heel. And from there, the right toe goes towards the left knee. The left hand goes on the right knee. And we twist and we look towards our right hand. We look towards our right hand. And feel a nice twist. Very good, nice twist on our hips. And our right shoulder is pushing on the floor. Right shoulder is pushing on the floor. And we release. We come towards the center and now we stretch our right leg up. If we want, we can bend our left leg. We flex it. We inhale. Every time we exhale, we pull it closer towards ourselves. Inhale. Exhale, closer. Inhale. Exhale, closer. Inhale. Exhale, closer. And release. Let's do the whole set a little faster once again. Let's do the whole set a little faster once again. And rolling up. 2, 3, 4. Right leg. 2, 3, 4. And flex. 2, 3. Rolling down. And reach out. Focus on your breath still. And twist. I know I'm giving counts, but yoga is all about the breath. So focus on your breath and center and stretch that left leg up. And release and center. Once again, up into bridge pose. Left leg, flex and down and reach out and twist. So right knee bent, left leg straight, looking towards the right side, right hand and right shoulder pushing on the floor, and we come center and right leg extends up and we flex and we pull closer, we release and we come center. Okay, without letting you cool down, I'd say inhale, take your legs up, exhale to take your legs back. Take your legs back. So basically, legs going behind your body, legs going behind your body. Yeah, this is known as halasana. If you want, you can use your hands. So if you want, you get your legs up here. You put your hands on your bum. Yeah, on your bum. I know it's your bum. You can touch it. Yeah, and you push this bum up with the help of your hands and take your legs back behind you. Take your legs back behind you. This is known as halasana. This is known as halasana. If you want, you can let go of your arms and kind of interlock them over here. Yeah, we are trying to push as up as possible. So kind of making your spine lengthen. Yeah, making your spine lengthen. And from here, what we are going to do is we are going to inhale, get the legs off the floor, and we are going to exhale and come up. From there, we'll inhale again and we'll exhale to go forward, lengthening of spine. So we are going out and forward. We are going out and forward into Pavan Muktasana. Pavan Muktasana. So we are feeling this really good stretch behind our legs. We are feeling this really good stretch behind our legs. And from there, we kind of do this a few number of times in a good flow. So inhale and exhale to lie down. Inhale to bring your legs up. Exhale to go into halasana. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale to go forward. Inhale, exhale to lie down. Inhale, legs up. Exhale, let's go into Halasana. Inhale, exhale, come up. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, lengthening your spine into that nice Pavanmuktasana. So your legs are stretched, you are extended, your kneecaps are also pushing on the floor, your heels are reaching out, you're lengthening with your spine and neck. And from there, we inhale to come up. Exhale to lie down. Last time, I promise. Inhale. Exhale into that nice halasana. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And from there, inhale and exhale into halasana. And from there, you can take support of your arms, keep them behind your back and spine, and slowly lift your leg up. Slowly lift your leg up into a shoulder stand. So what we are doing is a bum is squeezing, a bum is squeezing. If you want to try, try it. If it's your first time and you feel scared, you can completely stay in halasana. Your heels are reaching out, your bum is squeezing, your thighs is squeezing, your full body is reaching out and up, and it's lengthening at the same time. It's lengthening. So it's shoulder stand. It's the queen of all asanas. If you do this every day, your whole body is kind of energized and there is a very good blood flow. So squeeze your thighs, squeeze your thighs. If you feel comfortable, you can let go of your back and stay there by yourself without support from your hands. And slowly go back into halasana. So to get out or out of the shoulder stand, go back into halasana first and then come back flat on the floor. Keep your arms below your tailbone, legs extended and pointed. And what we're doing is we are lifting our upper torso up, but the head stays on the floor. So this is the counter pose for the shoulder stand. Counter pose for the shoulder stand. For the shoulder stand, fish pose. If you feel comfortable on a regular basis, you can stay in shoulder stand for a little longer also. You can take help of the wall initially, or you can kind of take help from someone and stay in that fish pose, a counter pose to kind of relax our body. And we let go, and let go of your arms, let go of your palms, let go of your arms and kind of let them rest on the side, let them rest on the side. Let your back sink into the floor. Close your eyes. Favorite part for few people of the class is here. And we kind of relax everything down. Relax your back down. Inhale. Every time you exhale, let your body sink into the floor. Let those hands, that neck, that back, it's well deserved. This relaxation is well deserved. Those thighs, those ankles, the head. Let everything sink into the floor. You remember that word we started with in the class? Let that word drive you through. Take a few deep breaths in. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Let your body feel really relaxed. I know there might be thoughts crossing through. Let them pass by and go. Try and empty that mind and space. And from there, slowly open your eyes. Go towards one side. Push yourself up and sit in a very comfortable seated position. I'm again going to talk about that namaste stretch. So just find any namaste stretch you want to do, whether you want to like stretch over here, you want to go down and kind of stretch. I guess you can't. So if you want to go down and stretch here, if you want to kind of just stay here, or whatever, just have your arms in a namaste position and go into a nice namaste stretch. Go into a nice namaste stretch. So you can just be here also if you want. Just be here. Take few deep breaths with that stretch or in this position. Let's kind of take two deep breaths together. Two deep breaths together. From there, I want you to rub your palms together. Rub your palms together to create this friction and heat. And cup them over your eyes. Cup them over your eyes. Keep your eyes closed. I know you can't see me, but it's okay. Just listen to me and kind of switch off. And from there, open your eyes behind your palms and let go of your palms. Okay. Hello, guys. I feel you feel like I hope you feel better. I was like, I feel better. Yeah, I do. But like, I hope you feel better too. Yeah, I hope you feel better too. And you feel more, not tired, but more energized. That's what yoga is supposed to make you feel after that class. You feel more active. You feel more active. So, I just say, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed and kind of really stretched and worked through, and we kind of went through all phases of stretching, relaxing, and everything. I'd even say that, like, because it's International Yoga Day, I'm actually going to be doing 21 Surya Namaskars live on my account, yeah, on @Revati Khattar on Instagram. So if you want to join for more Surya Namaskars, you have that energy, do that. If you don't have that energy, you can even put up a video or a picture of you doing Surya Namaskar. Tag me in that, Revati Khattar, tag Luke in that. Yeah, we'd love to kind of see what you guys are up to and just write how many Surya Namaskars you did. What I'm doing is for each Surya Namaskar you do and you tell me how many you did, which I'm hoping everyone will be truthful. I'll donate money to this organization named as Titliya. So every round of Surya Namaskar you complete, I'll donate 21 rupees this 21st. So that we all can like kind of get fitter and healthy doing more Surya Namaskar. And we are kind of donating for a good cause also. And like I keep taking more yoga and dance class. So if you want any updates related to that, if you want any updates related to that, you can go on my Instagram handle Revati Khattar. You can check out my YouTube page also. And I'd say what I try to do is, so let's have like a pose for the class for our Klooks yoga class. So any namaste stretch, so it could be a sitting, relaxing namaste posture. It could be here. I kind of took you through a lot of namaste stretches through the class. So why don't you kind of put this one namaste stretch that you did in Klook's yoga class today with me, Revati Khattar, and you can like share it with me. If you feel comfortable, you can post it and tag Klook and me both. So we'll have fun knowing which was your favorite namaste stretch. So I'd love to know which one did you pick up, which one stuck with you the most. So if you put that up, it would be kind of fun and like you doing yoga on International Yoga Day, share it with your friends, share it, kind of tag them more also to do their favorite namaste stretch, even if they weren't in the class. And that's about it. If there are any questions, I can probably ask, like, kind of take in questions now.
Okay, thank
Hi,
you so much for this session, Revati. That was really, really, very. I think you were so flexible, and I think there were so many poses. I don't think our few of audiences were ready for it, to be honest. But we do have a set of questions. Before we go to the questions, because we rushed to the yoga session in our in the beginning, even the introduction wasn't really very solid, only because we wanted to rush to the yoga, so everybody who came in to join in for the yoga session were not bored with our chit chat. Also, I would just want to ask you a question that would get our audience who's watching now a bit more interested. Like, how come, like, you're a dancer, so basically, dance is always a fast paced movement. How do you actually settle for yoga? It's like so slow. And also, what inspires you? And understanding you've got your certification from Rishikesh, and you're starting to do yoga in such a beautiful destination. Like you've actually explored it. How was the experience coming from that place? Yeah.
So I'd say yoga is okay. So there are different levels to yoga. Of course, the ultimate aim of yoga is to receive this kind of like reach to this kind of calmness where there's no movement. But yes, where we start from is there a lot of movement, and that kind of helps our body a lot. So I kind of try and phase in a little more movement into my yoga. So I kind of make these sets which are not very traditional sets, like the bridge pose we did. So it's me molding my personality in, and I just feel as a dancer, you already are doing so much of it. It's just when you get to know the science behind of it all, it's very interesting. It's kind of very interesting. You just say, oh my God, this helps this. So that kind of brought me closer. I'm like, I really want to get to know this more. My body already does all of it. If I do it in the best way possible with the breath control, it will benefit me even more. So that, and answering your second question, Rishikesh was amazing. It's a very different experience when you go and do a yoga course. You're kind of completely in a different lifestyle because in our regular daily city lifestyle, we don't get to experience that. When you go and do a full training course, you are kind of eating this kind of meals. You're getting into that zone, so it kind of refreshes your body even more. So it was a great experience, a different and a great experience.
Definitely. I think next time, I think once the lockdown is done and finally we can travel, I think Rishikesh and yoga is going to be some, like, people watching is going to be in their list. Definitely mine, because I can
Definitely.
imagine how it would feel. Okay, I think we would go to the questions. So since we're going to be answering questions, you
Yeah.
guys will have not dropped in your questions, you can now. So we'll go with Rahul, who has asked us, how many times should I practice a week? He's referring to yoga.
Um, okay, so I'd say practicing every day is the best answer. Yeah, even if you take out like, even if you take out 15, 20 minutes, but anything that you do regularly is definitely better than just like going all out one day and then not doing it another day. And even if you do like certain number of Surya Namaskars and let's say a headstand, a shoulder stand, and a little warm up, you can make these consigns like steps. Even on my Instagram account, I've posted these like 10 postures that you should do every day. Stuff like that really helps, like small. And so if you do something every day, even for a little while, I'd say that's the best.
All right, we've got another question from Keyur. He's asked for a beginner, which are the few yoga asanas to try with, and what should be the ideal duration?
So I'd say every posture, most of the postures have different levels. So when we keep getting into the variations of it, it keeps becoming tougher. But each asana usually has a simpler version. There are so many of them. We just did a class with a lot of them. So if I start, you can definitely like go onto my account and you'll find these are the poses for beginners. But for how long, I can definitely say that hold it for 5 to 6 breaths, deep breaths instead of counts in yoga, always talk in breath. So hold it for good 5 to 6 breaths, whatever asana you are in. But there are so many asanas. I do have posted these 10 asanas to do every day. So you can kind of refer to that if you want to. Otherwise, you can take more sessions with me and like you'll get to know. But the basic thing that we started with, Uttanasana or like a basic Surya Namaskar or they kind of stretch the whole body. So very good for beginners.
Okay, on the beginner levels, okay, you has another question. He has asked to reduce the belly fat, right? Which actually asana would help, and especially for a beginner level.
So, so what I'll say is, if you to reduce belly fat, obviously there are a lot of asanas to reduce belly fat. But if you go into the Navasana, I'm kind of trying to pick out the asanas from today's class because otherwise there are way more asanas, but I can refer to it. The Navasana really helps if you want to go into the Navasana. It really works the core. The Navasana which we did where we were right here, it really works the core. Yeah, your core is kind of really working itself. I'd say the plank position also that we did, the low plank or even the high plank. From today's class, I'll pick these two to kind of reduce belly fat. Otherwise, there are way more. Yeah.
Okay, so I think one question is from me, because I think yoga is a gift India has given to the world, and it's like almost 5,000 years old. But now you see a lot of people having yoga in different variety, and they kind of have got a good twist to it. We have people actually practicing yoga with wine. They're practicing yoga with pets. We also have naked yoga. So, have you actually done something like this, or is there any particular type of yoga that you prefer rather than the usual one we have?
I have tried aerial yoga a little bit in France last year. Like I tried it a little bit because I went for an aerial course. I do want to learn more aerial yoga, but I just feel yoga. So everyone's taking out their own version, but definitely the pristine version, the version that is the most original, will take you towards the highest level of consciousness. So if you're kind of looking to move towards a lot of calmness or receive or achieve that uh, control over your mind and being able to let go, then I'd say definitely the traditional form is the best form in which you can kind of reach that higher level of consciousness. But if anyone can kind of, if people are taking out their own versions which is benefiting them, it definitely benefits the body. I say whatever works for people, but if you're aiming for something that, then go the traditional way. But if you're kind of still finding your own grounds in a basic level and kind of finding your own versions and benefits, there is no harm in that. Yeah.
Okay, I think we don't have much questions left, but something from my side for somebody who doesn't really want to stretch, probably like somebody like me, something that would work on a breathing exercise. Somebody who's just sitting and you could actually help your body only breathing properly. What would you suggest to such a person? Like even when it comes to meditation for better sleep or just for focusing while you're at your desk, what would be a proper breathing technique or even how to breathe properly? Would you say?
So you're asking how can breathing help?
Yeah,
Is
like even if I'm just sitting and I just want to properly meditate sitting in one place.
so okay, I'll tell you for meditation what happens is the mind wanders a lot. So what we start with, we start focusing on our breath. If you start focusing on your breath, what happens is you kind of 50% thoughts go away because you're focusing on your breath. Then if you're chanting something, let's say you're saying Om, because you're saying that again and again, such a very strong, vibrant energy that you tend to forget what's going on in your mind. So all of these things help us to focus to achieve the ultimate level of meditation. So what yoga asanas also do, if you focus on breath and you focus on asanas, your body is actually getting centered to be able to meditate properly. So if you focus on your breath in yoga asanas, you become better at meditation. And if you kind of focus on your breath, it kind of helps. And there are a lot of different kind of breathing techniques in yoga, which help in different kind of things. So I don't know if I answered your question. I
You
just
actually,
catered to a lot of
you actually, yeah, you actually answered it very, very well. And it was very, very insightful and deep. I'm hoping that since today is International Yoga Day, and a lot of people are already looking for a reason to start yoga. Probably they probably influenced by today's video of ours to actually start. And thank you so much, Revati, for shedding light over yoga and coming to practice for us over here. And I hope a lot of them will follow you. We will definitely put in your Instagram handle again for people to follow you and your cause. That is really really so sweet. Um, there's a special bonus for our audience who's online, and that is a free voucher for GrowFitter. That is our online workout partner. So basically, it's a free subscription where users can actually go and do their online workout. So if it's going to be yoga or any kind of different online workouts you guys want to do, you all can actually go through over there and check it out. And also check out Revati because she also does her own classes. So if you're really very comfortable with her today's class, you can actually go and follow her. That would be really very nice. And thanks again so much, Revati. I hope if there are more questions,
thank
just in
you.
case there are people who are watching this video because it's going to be on our platform for some time. If there are some questions, I might just
Definitely.
reach out to you and answer to them on the same thread.
What could you say the last line again?
If there are more questions on the comment section, because our video is going to be on our platform for some time, I'm probably going to reach out to you again just so that you can answer their questions.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Definitely.
that sounds so
Yeah.
good. Thank you so much once again for your time. And thank you
Thank
everybody
you.
for joining our live. And hope you actually
Post a
stretch this
picture.
Sunday.
Post a
Yeah.
picture in your
Don't
namaste
forget
stretch and Surya Namaskar.
just don't forget to tag @Revati Khattar and @Luke India on your Instagram stories. Well, thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Namaste.